Shalom. Kol halayim la Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Makak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the Akim doing the work in truth and sincerity, as well as the few Akwat that listen and learn. This is Brother Shawar with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And this is about, through the spirit, our redemption story, man. The greatest redemption story there is, that's been ever told. The redemption story of the Israelites, started with the elect, because what we're about to go from is slaves to gods. We're about to enter into something, that we can't, that really this flesh can't fathom. That people of this world can't fathom, they can't understand, they can't grasp. That's what they would call imaginary or just, fiction. But through faith, man, we believe and we know that the Lord has, just amazing things and blessings beyond belief prepared for his children, man, starting with the elect in this time, which is the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, that remnant that's, that has the Thawa in Ezekiel 9:4, the exemption from judgment, that's predestinated to be delivered. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, those of us who are sincere. So what we have coming, man, it's just far greater than anything that we can, obtain on this side. And, I've been kind of going in on this a little bit in my recent videos, but I want to just get into it a little bit more in depth because, it kind of goes, when we're going through things, when we're being tried, when we're, having trouble in the flesh, this is kind of what, should bring you back on track. This is what should, get your spirit back right, man. When we use the scriptures as a comforter, this is one of the biggest things that we can use, to really set our minds right, to get our spirit back in the right place. Because this stuff is all temporal, man, and the things that we're enduring, what we're about to receive for it, it's just, it's not even close, man. It's not even close, right? And I tell myself this all the time, man, and I'm talking to myself on this as well. So this is, we'll start with Psalms 82:5. It reads, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness, and the foundations of the earth are all out of course." Verse 6, "I said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations." Right? So we're gods, man. In all reality, we were meant to be gods on earth. But we fell. We fell because we broke the first covenant. And, the Lord put curses on us for our continual disobedience. And after captivity, here we are, man, in our last captivity. Under the Edomites in America, which is Babylon the Great, man, spiritual Sodom in Egypt. But this thing is about to be over. But our spirit is meant to be in a vessel of a God. The Lord is just, we're just being punished right now. We're being chastised and we're being taught a lesson, but we are gods, man. And that's how our mentality has to be. That's what this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding is so powerful because, Esau hates us. Let me say it like this. The reason Esau is so scared and, the reason he's so scared and worried about this truth is because us being connected to our power is the most important thing and the biggest threat to his rulership, to his, to his wicked rule. So us thinking and understanding that, we are gods, man. We are the sons of God. We are the sons of the power. And if the Lord bestows that power on us, which he will in these last days, in our times of trouble, man, this devil can't do nothing against that. And that's why the nations come together. They create that tumult, and they try and do away with us as a nation, because they understand, the elites of these nations, that if the Israelites wake up and they come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, it's a wrap for everybody. These other nations are going to be, they're going to be in servitude to us, as it said, that, in verse 8 that we just read, arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. It's going to happen regardless. But they know, they're trying to fight it because they know that once it happens, it's over for them. And this is the power. This is the Lord, the inheritance the Lord is going to give us, man. It's something that you can't pass none of that stuff down to your children in this world, because Esau is ruling, and not to mention he's changing everything. He's about to bring in this beast system. Everything's going to be digital. You're going to have the charagma, So, but the inheritance you pass down to your children, maybe a business, it's wealth, but it's carnal wealth, and it's really not that much wealth, man. The only ones that's really, has similar wealth to that of what our inheritance would be, which still is not close, is the elites. So it's about to be ridiculous, man. We're literally about to go from servants, slaves, and subject to our oppressors, to gods, man, ruling over all nations of the earth, going to other galaxies, spiritual power, perfect bodies, programmed to be completely righteous, like 20/20 vision, the clearest vision. No more getting tired, no more getting aches and pains and all this stuff, man. It's about to be amazing, man. But we have to endure until the very end. And I love talking about immortality, man, because like I said, this is something that it gets your spirit just right back on track, because, this is the blessing that we have coming, man, that we're fighting for. Is more than worth it, no matter what we go through. And the Lord isn't even going to put us through anything we can't handle. It tells us that in 1 Corinthians 10th chapter, in the 6th verse, if I'm not mistaken. So let's get this in 1 Corinthians 15. Let's start at 50. It reads, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Right, and this corruptible flesh got to go. These bodies that we have, man, they're just subject to vanity. They're subject to, wickedness, because this is all this world breeds, and we've just learned everything completely wrong, and so as the scriptures say, the flesh is weak, or the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, right? So the Lord is going to give us new bodies, right? So verse 51, behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on an incorruption. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when the Lord changes us, it's going to happen in the twinkling of an eye, in the blink of an eye. When we get beamed up into those chariots pursued in Revelation 11 chapter, that's how we're going to get delivered. And in Wisdom of Solomon 5th chapter, the people are going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, because they're going to be seeing so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans and Israelite foreigners just being beamed up into what they call UFOs. And then we're going to be changed, man. We don't know exactly how it's going to happen. We just know it's going to happen in the blink of an eye. It's going to be quick and seamless, and we're going to be immortals, man. And this is how it's going to go down, man. And these people are going to be, we're going to be just, it's going to be overwhelming, man. It's going to be overwhelming tears of joy if we, when we get delivered. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. But these people are going to be extremely confused and just like, a whole bunch of mixed emotions of fear and shame, and just astonishment, because they're going to, So, and then Wisdom of Solomon 5th chapter goes into that. But let's continue. Verse 54. It reads, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Right? We're going to conquer death, man, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord. Through Yahushua, we are going to conquer death. We're gonna overcome death, man, because this world was never meant to have, death in it for the sons of the Lord. We weren't supposed to, we were supposed to be immortal. We're supposed to be gods on earth. But going back to Cain, and then Eve, death and wickedness, was brought into the earth, man. And ultimately that trickled down and it got worse and worse. And now look at our people. 2,000 plus years later, look at our people. We're more than 2,000 years, but you get the gist, man. Our people are just, wickedness is the end thing. Folly is set in great dignity, man. Foolishness, So this is where we're at now. But we were meant to do this, man. We were meant to conquer death, and that's why this walk, this narrow path through the straight gate is difficult, because we're trying to do something that this world and our bodies and our minds, are just pretty much a complete disagreement with, because of everything we've learned and everything that's around us. And we're in a wicked rulership. Everything is defiled and everything. That's why it's difficult. But if we continue to fight, man, the Lord is going to be with us, man. Right? Scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord will fight for thee. So this is verse 55. It reads, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? I love the scripture a lot, because not only is it dealing with our immortality, but it's telling us, listen, man, just be steadfast, unmovable, just believe unto death, pretty much, because the works that we put in for the Lord is not in vain. These works, man, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love, man. We're just doing this work, and this is, really, the Lord doesn't owe us anything, but it's also his good pleasure to give us the kingdom, as the scriptures tell us. So the Lord has shown us great mercy, man, but he's letting us know that, man, just if we continue to endure and fight and just believe, which that faith is a gift, so it's all of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, but we just got to fight and believe and be steadfast. So let's look into this word. What does this word steadfast mean real quick? So just the Google definition of steadfast means resolutely or dutifully firm and unwavering. Loyal, these are synonyms. Loyal, faithful, committed, devoted. Right. So these are the traits that we gotta have, man. Loyal to the Lord, faithful, committed, and devoted until the very end. And we're going to receive immortality. And ultimately, all of Israel is going to be saved and be brought back through the loins of the elect in the kingdom. And they're going to be born into that immortality, into the new covenant, into rulership, for an everlasting rulership. But they got to go through that, they have to go through an incredible, grievous judgment on this side. And that shame is going to follow them. They're still going to be blessed beyond measure, but their shame is still going to follow them in the kingdom. And there's going to be levels, man. The elect, that get delivered on this side, the 144,000 and the rest of that great multitude that's delivered, the other believers, men, women, and children who believe, you know, they're going to be on a different level, man. They're going to be on a different level in the kingdom, even though every Israelite is going to be like just way higher than every other nation in terms of, you know, their wealth, status, and, you know, of course, like I said, immortality, you know, but there's still going to be levels. And we want to be, you know, on that higher level, man. If the Lord has it, you know, if the Lord wills it, man, we want to be, you know, one of those that's delivered, man. One of those that's on that higher level, closer to Yahawashi and Mashiach, man. That's what we want, man. Because you don't want to go through that grievous judgment that's coming too, man. Because the Lord said, those that didn't take heed, in second Esdras, he said, those that don't take heed, you know, the same shall know it after death by pain. So that judgment is going to be a grievous and painful death that the Lord puts them through. It's not going to be something light, you know. And of course, those nuclear missiles that's going to obliterate the land of America, you know, and make it a wasteland and melt, you know, every inch and every, you know, every molecule in your body, man. And the Lord is going to, you know, he's going to make it just grievous, man. The Lord knows how to get people the worst. You know, as scriptures say, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, because he's in control of everything. So let's go to the book of second Esdras. And this touches on the point I made earlier. Second Esdras 14:14, it reads, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." Right? The burdens of man is, you know, just these mortal thoughts, man. Thoughts of the flesh, thoughts of doubt, you know, thoughts of the world, you know, worrying about, or, you know, or I'm not going to say worrying about, because it's natural to, you know, have worries and concerns and stuff, because we are in the flesh, but just overdoing it, man. Just over worrying about things in the world, you know, worrying about, oh, how is the Lord going to do this, man? How are we going to escape this? How are we going to get past this? What's going to happen with this, man? What's going to happen with my job? What's going to happen in that day, you know, in the day of the Lord, you know? What's going to happen? You know, how am I going to recover from my woman leaving me? How am I going to recover from, you know, those are weak thoughts, man. And it's natural to have thoughts like that, you know, because like I said, we're in the flesh, man. But we got to cast off the burdens, man, and then put off that weak nature. We got to trust in the Lord, man. We got to think like immortals. We got to think like gods on earth, man. This is the mentality we have to have. We have to understand, listen, our power is with us. Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai is with us. And there's nothing impossible with the Lord. So all these little things that we go through, man, the Lord can fix it. Like, you know, it's nothing for the Lord to fix it. You know, and all these prophecies that's happening, man, you don't think the Lord is going to deliver us as it's written too? Of course he is, you know? So it's natural to have certain, you know, concerns, but man, at the end of the day, you got to come to the realization that we're going to be just fine, man. If we believe and endure unto the end, we're going to be just fine, man. You gotta have faith. You gotta be, you know, what did we just read? That being steadfast, man. We gotta have faith, man. We gotta have faith in the Lord. Right? So verse 15, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times," man. Right? Set aside those thoughts, man. Set aside those thoughts, because we're coming into a time where the only thing that's gonna matter is this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, in our faith and belief in Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And it's going to be him that has to deliver us, man. So that's it. Okay, I'll just read a few more scriptures and then we'll close it out. This is John 14:1. It reads, "Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you," right? So the Lord is about to give us, you know, that dealing with that many mansions, man. It's dealing with, you know, planets, galaxies, man. We're about to inherit, it's just godlike things, man. Right? So let's get this in Romans 8:16. "The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with a Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. Right, man, that's beautiful. You know, so we're connected to the Lord, you know, because this is, you know, we're his people. And this truth is bringing us back to who we are, man. And he's the things that we go through, as I said earlier, man, is not even close to what we're about to receive, the blessings that we're about to receive. So let's get into this in Matthew 19, because, you know, we're going to have dominion, man, over the world, man, over all these nations. We're going to have complete control. The Lord is just, he's pretty much, you know, you ever have a video game and, you know, it's like a game where you basically kind of create your own everything, your own character, your own, you know, your setup, your weapons you use. You know, it's pretty much the Lord is basically putting us in a real life game where we rule everything, we control everything, man. There's order and hierarchy, but it's literally gonna be like that, man, with spiritual power and all that. It's gonna be amazing. You know, with different galaxies to rule, and, you know, an abundance of sons. In Isaiah 60, I'm pretty sure it's Isaiah 60. It says, a little one shall become 1,000. So, you know, we're gonna have, you know, real family structure, real, you know, legacy to pass down, an innumerable amount of children and wives, and everybody's gonna be in order, and we're all gonna be. The happiness is gonna be just true happiness, man, that we haven't ever experienced on this side, even in what we call good situations now. Right, so let's get this. Matthew 19:27, it reads, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And this is a part of, you know, this is similar to having, you know, those mortal thoughts, man, because Peter is asking the Lord, Yahushua, you know, because you're going to lose a lot on this side, man. He's asking him, you know, we've lost so much just to follow you, so what are we going to receive, right? And this is questions that arise in your mind when dealing with this truth. Verse 28, it reads, And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And we are the last right now. So this is our inheritance that's coming, man. Everything we lose on this side, we're going to get it back 100-fold, everlasting life, you know, just rulership, man, a crown given to us from Yahushua. So what we have coming is amazing, man. You know, we're about to go from slaves to gods, from rags to riches. Even though those riches were always meant for us, man, but we had to go through this to understand why, you know, why this isn't the way to go, pretty much. And these other heathen, man, and especially Esau, man, they're going to be in servitude to us in the kingdom of heaven. You know, we're going to be that feared and a reverenced nation amongst all these nations in the world, man. And rightfully so, because we are the sons of God, man. You know, it's our inheritance to be that. And this is our mentality. This is how we got to start thinking and apply wisdom, because we're still in captivity, of course. But nonetheless, man, within yourself, this is what we got to understand and believe. We got to have this confidence through the Lord about ourselves, man, knowing that we are the sons of God, knowing that he is going to deliver his elect. You know, we got to have faith and just endure to the end, man. Because what we have coming, you know, it's amazing. It's just simply amazing, man. There's no other words for it. And we don't want to go through this crucial judgment that the 2/3 of our people are going to go through. So With that, man, Lord willing, this was uplifting in the spirit and edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and the Bible Ball.